Let's talk about this chalk thing, which is one of the most unique sort of materials that we use in car design. So let's say we've got our basic sketch. You've done it a couple times, traced it, you're pretty happy with the look, and you're using, you know, good quality vellum, so you're ready to actually lay down the color on this. Here's the biggest secret about doing the colors. So let's say we're going to make this car red. You got your red chalk. You're going to actually put it down here and get your blade and make some shavings like that. Alright, so that's the first thing. Next, you're going to want to get your Weeble pads. Remember, we talked about those, and rip off, you know, like a little bit. Again, tissues, not the best. T-shirt, old T-shirt, something, but you want to get it to something like this that you can manage. And then basically, you get it on the pad, and then you're going to want to apply it like this, and then you can fade it out like that. And you can already see that's an effect you just can't get with other materials that you're going to be using. So get a little bit more on, start at the bottom, put it on nice and thick like that, and then maybe we'll do a little bit more fading up like this. And then we got to get some on the front, so we'll get some on the front there, and then we're going to get some like that. Okay, so that's the basic concept. You got your pad. When you're working, you'll have a couple different patches of color. Red, black is another one you're going to be using a lot of. Actually, let's do a little black because this is going to have some pretty dark windows. So we're going to go ahead and get our black, shave some off. Then I'm going to get another Weeble pad, and this one I want a little thinner because I'm going to have to get it pretty precise. So I'm going to wrap it up like that into a point. Get some of the black, and now watch this. I'm going to tint these windows out. It's going to look awesome. So we've got the black on the windows like that, and kind of work it up like that. And again, take a look at, really study a picture of a car in a magazine. It's going to help you see where to put this kind of chalk. All right, so we're going to do a dark line over here on the other side of the window. Fade it up like this. And if we had more time, we'd do some gray in there. And again, as you're working, you'll want to actually get an eraser, something like this. Whoops, this one's broken. Or this. And some of this stuff, once the chalk is on, you can lighten it and begin to use your eraser as part of the process. So you can see we can incorporate some cool lines in here. It's going to really help get that effect. So that's the secret to chalk. Shave it, get a Weeble pad or some sort of cotton pad like that, a cotton ball. I'm not sure. Test and see what the best is, because the real Weeble pads, they're not expensive, they're just hard to find. You can't just walk into the grocery store and find them. And again, get the chalk, apply it, and really try to mimic how a real car, how you can see that effect. That's part one. Remember, the second part is that we're going to do the same thing on the back. Alright, so we've got the back. We're going to get the pad again, and this time cover a little bit more of the area like that. Then you can see if we flip it over, it's a little more uniform. We've got a little bit more red in here. So do that with your chalk, do it with your markers, do it with your colored pencils, because that's going to help you really get that realistic effect. So let's talk about markers next. And actually, markers is the next step before chalk, but I really wanted to show you how that works since so many of you have been asking about it. So let's take a look at markers.